I think it's safe to say that Monday Night Raw completely sucked tonight. Absolutely and utterly sucked. A terrible episode of Monday Night Raw. I'm not going to review the whole show, but I'm going to talk about a few things. One, Paul Heyman dropped a promo. Him and Brock Lesnar came to the ring, dropped a promo, whatever. I'm still not excited for this Goldberg and Brock match. Now, I pretty much know what's going to happen, so, I'm not going to look too much into it, but people are already excited for the match, and it seems like they're trying to overdo it with the promos and trying to get people invested in the match, even though it's not working for me, honestly, because I really don't care about Brock Lesnar or Goldberg. Maybe I care about Brock Lesnar more. He's been doing house shows lately, and I'm not going to completely bury him and just say, he doesn't do anything. He's come back from a life-threatening injury and all of that stuff. He's paid his dues and everything, so I'm going to give Brock his respects in that aspect of it. But on the other hand, he's facing Goldberg. We already know. We knew since he got squashed at Survivor Series that Brock was going to get his win back eventually. Even looking in the Royal Rumble when Brock got eliminated by Goldberg, we still know Brock is getting his win back. And in the form of taking the championship, the Universal Championship, away from Goldberg. We'll probably see Goldberg, probably the last Raw before Mania. They'll probably have a face-to-face. They'll probably do something like that. But, we all know once Lesnar gets the title, he's not going to defend it until SummerSlam. Why? Because he's been built as a monster and a prize fighter. The one Owens says that he is, but Brock Lesnar is actually a prize fighter. He only fights at the big-time pay-per-views, unless it's a very important reason why he's not. Why he is wrestling. So we know Brock is just going to hold on to that title, and nobody's going to get a shot at him until SummerSlam, which could give them time to build up somebody legitimate enough to face Brock, but at the same time, we're not going to see the Universal Championship for a long time. And it's already a new belt, so you would think that they're going to try to attempt to build some prestige to it and, build a champion around the belt. Putting it on Brock does nothing for it. I don't care how much of a beast Brock is. I don't care what streaks he's conquered. I don't care who his advocate is. Putting the belt on him at this juncture to hold it until the end of the summer is not a good idea. If that's the way they're going, if that's the route they're going, which all signs are pointing to that at this point, because we've seen it before. We've seen it. Brock will get the title and only fight at one of the 4 major pay-per-views to defend that title. So I'm not really invested in the Brock Lesnar-Goldberg match. Next thing I want to talk about. Roman Reigns called out Undertaker. He buried Jinder Mahal, which I don't know why they were even fighting. He buried him and called out The Undertaker, because last week, The Undertaker chokeslammed him straight to hell after Roman Reigns said that it's his yard now, and, Undertaker pretty much didn't like that. He didn't say a word, just chokeslammed him. Their match is set for WrestleMania, by the way, so that'll be cool. I'm invested into this. I really am, because there's a mystique going on with Roman Reigns. Let's forget the fact that he pinned Braun Strowman clean. Let's just forget all of that. It's hard to forget, but let's just forget it for now. We'll revisit it later, because they did something tonight with that. So, he calls out The Undertaker, because The Undertaker's gong hit during the middle of his match with Jinder Mahal. So, The Undertaker's playing mind games with Roman Reigns. So, the gong hit, Roman immediately got distracted. He looked at the entrance ramp. Yeah, come on, Taker, what's up? I got some words for you. I got some hands for you, too. So, he's expecting Undertaker to come out, but it was actually just a ploy to play mind games with Roman Reigns and get inside his brain. So, after the match, he's still fired up. Yeah, come on out now, Taker. I want you to come out now. You want to play games during my match? You want to distract me? Let's go. And instead of getting Undertaker, he gets Shawn Michaels, Mr. WrestleMania himself, the Heartbreak Kid, HB Shizzle, whatever you want to call him. Shawn Michaels comes out, and I was pleasantly surprised. I'm always happy to see Shawn Michaels, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. So Shawn Michaels comes out, he gets in the ring, and I already knew where this was going. I've seen it before. So Shawn gets into the ring, he's like, dude, with all due respect, you need to chill out. The Undertaker's already in your brain, and it's still 3 weeks away from WrestleMania. He's already playing those mind games with you, and you're falling for him. I have gone through this, so I know what games he's going to play. I understand you're the big dog, and this is your yard and everything, but you need to chill out. You need to stop letting him get into your head, especially this early. Because if not, he's just going to tear you apart at WrestleMania. So this is not a good look for you right now. I need you to chill. Take it from me. I've experienced this. Don't let this happen. Reigns looks at him and pretty much brushes him off. He was like, with all due respect, Undertaker retired you. So Reigns pretty much said, I don't need your help. I don't need your advice. He retired you. I'm going to retire him. So all your advice and whatever, you can take it and shove it pretty much. It's pretty much what he said to Shawn Michaels. That's it. That's pretty much what he said. I understand where you coming from, but you lost to him twice and he ended your career. I'm going to end his career. I'm not going to fall for what you fell for. I don't care about the mind games or whatever. He doesn't know what it's like to be in the ring with me. Everybody's talking about, oh, you don't know what it's like to be in the ring with The Undertaker, yet he doesn't know what it's like to be in the ring with me. So, I don't know. I felt like there was a little bit of a heelish overtone here because you got, the Hall of Famer coming out here trying to give you some advice, trying to school you a little bit, and he pretty much just told him to go suck some dick or something. He was just like, I don't care about your opinion. I don't care about your advice. I'm going to beat him and end his career like he ended your career. So you can go on with all that other mess. I don't care about that. And he walked away from him. I'm just like, okay, I like that. I really do. I don't know if the WWE really needs to turn him heel. At this point, he's pretty much a heel. The crowd boos him. He doesn't really care that the crowd boos him. He goes out and does whatever the hell he wants, and he pretty much says what he's going to do and goes out and does it. So, I don't really see I understand why you turn him heel, but at this point, I don't see a reason to. So people can cheer him. Maybe WWE is doing this on purpose so that they will boo him because they know the crowd doesn't want him. The WWE isn't stupid. It's not like they're just ignorant to the fact that the crowd hates Roman Reigns and the push that he's getting. It's not like they don't know. They know. They just like you and I know. They know that the crowd does not like Roman Reigns. But at the same time, based off of the reaction, what would be the point to turn him heel? He's already heel in their eyes. He's getting booed. The crowd is against any and everything, and they cheer for whoever goes against him, including what Braun Strowman did. So like I said, Roman Reigns walked away from Shawn Michaels, and he's walking up the ramp. He turns around to the ring and looks at him and gives him a nod like, yeah, I got this. He turns around, and you would think this man got hit by a damn 18-wheeler truck. This man got ran over like Ray Lewis going into a backfield against a quarterback, against a weak offensive line. This man got ran over by the Braun Strowman. Yep, Strowman's coming back from Reigns once again. Because Reigns beat him clean. Reigns pinned him 1, 2, 3. But instead of just having Braun Strowman just, if I could steal this line, fade away and classify himself as obsolete, he's coming back for more. He has some unfinished business with Roman Reigns. He's not happy at the fact that he lost to him, and he's not gonna just, fade away. He's just gonna come back for more. He's the monster among men. He is not about to sit back and just accept the fact that somebody got the better of him. He's gonna keep coming back now. And he destroyed Reigns. Like the video's on Twitter. It's on WWE's Twitter page. It's on my Twitter page. I uploaded it. This man, Reigns didn't see it coming. He was blindsided by the hit. This man tumbled down the entrance ramp and fell on the side of it where all the lights and stuff is. It looked like he legit got hurt. I know he isn't hurt, but the way it looked, it was just a crazy hit. And man, it just made Braun Strowman look good. And of course, the crowd chanted, "Thank you, Strowman." So, like I said, that goes back to my point. Roman Reigns is pretty much heel at this point. So there'd be no point in doing a turn, per se, if the crowd is already booing him. That's pretty much what a heel is. They don't get behind him whatsoever. They're booing him. They're not giving him a chance or whatever. Or, they're cheering for the person that goes against them. That's pretty much what a heel is. And his promos haven't exactly been like face promos. His promos have just been, I'm going to do this and that's how it's going to be. I don't care about your opinion or your opinion. I'm going to go do this and that's how it's going to be. So I don't know. That's just my thoughts on Roman Reigns, and I really like this segment. It made Braun Strowman look legit again. They were finally able to do something to save him, because it was not looking good for Strowman at this current point. Like, he got pinned, and then he walked away from Taker, which I heard was just a tease by Vince McMahon. So possibly he could face Undertaker in the future. I'd be okay with that. But at the same time, he wasn't looking good since he lost that Fastlane clean. So they're just trying to reestablish him as a monster once again, and he's going to destroy Roman Reigns just like he did tonight. So I don't know. I think they made a match for them next week or something, but we'll see what happens there. But I just hope it doesn't end up with Reigns pinning him again. That's when it'll probably be over for Strowman. If he gets pinned again by Roman Reigns, that might be it. That might be it for him. I don't know how he could possibly come back from that. But yeah, so that's how I felt about the Roman Reigns thing. So the final thing I want to talk about is the very last segment. The last segment everybody's seen. The one that is pretty much probably the best segment of the night. Probably, my opinion. So Mick Foley was, just to give you a little rundown, he was given the task by Stephanie McMahon to come up with one person on the Raw roster to fire at the end of the night. He had to the end of the night to find out somebody to fire. 3 weeks before WrestleMania. He was opposed to it the whole time, and he was frustrated the whole night and just didn't want to do it. He tried to talk Stephanie out of it. She wasn't having it. She told him, think like a business person and not with your heart. And, he had to come up with somebody. So they go to the ring, and she's like, okay, I gave you all night. Give me the person you want to fire. So he was like, after, 2.5 hours of thinking about it and going over the list or whatever, I finally came up with one name that pretty much popped up off the page at me. Like, literally, I know who I want to fire. And she was like, okay, give us the name. We all want to know. Who are you going to fire? And he said, I'm going to fire you. You need to go. You completely destroy all the WWE superstars on the roster. You pretty much make them feel like they're not human. They're humans. They're people. You treat them like crap. You pretty much talk down on just about everybody. And you promised that you had nothing to do with Triple H and Samoa Joe and all that other stuff. And pretty much, the Universal Championship and just him helping Kevin Owens and just all this stuff that she promised she had nothing to do with. And it turns out she had everything to do with it. And he was like, I'm tired of the BS. I'm tired of you and your husband just trying to completely ruin things and ruin people just because you guys don't feel like they're good enough and all this other stuff. He went on this whole diatribe about it. And then Triple H came out. I'm like, okay, Triple H is here. That's nice. So Foley was just like, oh no, Triple H got in the ring. He was just like, yo, Mick, if you have something to say to me, you could just say it to my face. And Foley was like, oh wow, I didn't know you existed anymore. It's hard to find you. Triple H was like, is it really that hard to find me? Like, I'm everywhere. Like, I try so hard to do things, and you guys act like I'm not here. And whatever, Triple H started calling him pathetic and said he's just a nostalgic act. What is he going to just read the city off his hand to get a cheap pop? And then he did it and actually got a cheap pop or whatever. He says that Stephanie was the one who really liked him and handpicked him to be the Raw GM. And for him to do this is just actually rude and disrespectful. And Triple H went on to say how he didn't want Foley back in the WWE and all this other stuff. And he should just think about what he's doing and all this other stuff. And Foley was like, I don't have to pretend to like you anymore. I don't need you. I don't need this company. He said he can look in the mirror and, like what he sees in the reflection. He's happy and proud of who he is. And if that means he has to go around the world telling people about his story, whether Triple H thinks he's, irrelevant or a shell of himself or about the man he used to be or what, he's proud of who he is, and he'll go do that with a smile on his face. And then, Triple H was like, okay, so how would your kids feel about that? Your daughter Noelle, she's trying to become a WWE superstar. And, oh, your son Dewey, he works at the office in Connecticut, so, maybe you could just go get him and you guys could go to the unemployment line. And he was pretty much threatening to not help his daughter, become a wrestler, and pretty much threatening to fire his son, and just using his kids as a way for him to get his act together in, Triple H's eyes, and get his stuff together, and just pretty much, apologize and realize that what he's doing is not good. He needs to get himself in check, go to the back, get the hell out of his ring, and, reevaluate the decisions that he's trying to make right now. Stephanie, the whole time, just was staring at him in disgust and just, oh my goodness, she just couldn't believe that he, of all people, would name her to be fired. She was just so disgusted at him. She just had this look on her face the whole time. I'm just like, man, oh man, oh man. She was pissed, and so was Triple H. He was like, you need to, appreciate all the things we've done for you, and just the fact that you even have a job. You should just be appreciative of that. And then he was just like, get the hell out of my ring, go to the back, have an epiphany, and think, hey, maybe I should just say that I love my job, and I need it because my kids need me. He was just like, waddle up that ramp, and then the next time you see Stephanie, you apologize to her, and you tell her how much you love her. You love your job, and if she tells you to jump, you better damn well jump. And, that's when he told him to get the hell out of the ring. Mick Foley goes over to the corner like he's leaving, and then Stephanie grabs the mic and was like, and see, this is why you should appreciate the job you have. And she just went on her whole little diatribe or whatever. And Foley's still in the corner. And we notice, he's pulling a sock out of his pants, and we know Mr. Socko's coming. Triple H notices he's still in the corner, not out the ring, so he goes up to him like, hey, didn't I tell you to get the hell out? And then he catches Mr. Socko right to the mouth for the mandible claw. And, he's getting the sock all the way down his throat or whatever. And then Stephanie comes over and low blows him. She hits him with a low blow. He's down on the ground. And then she gets Triple H back together and was like, get him. So Triple H starts taking off his blazer and starts rolling up his sleeves or whatever. He's just getting ready to do some work. He's about to become the cerebral assassin once again. So he goes over to Mick Foley to attack him or whatever, and Seth Rollins' music hits. And everybody thought Finn Balor was coming. I thought Finn Balor was coming. And Finn Balor didn't show up tonight. But Seth Rollins came down. He comes down, still selling the injury or whatever, still has the knee brace on. He stares at Triple H, raises up the crutch that he has, drops it on the ground, and runs into the ring. They start going at it, throwing fisticuffs at each other and everything. And, it seemed like he was getting the advantage of him. He even literally kicked Triple H to where he fell out of the ring. And Seth, had the advantage. The crowd was going hype for him. The crowd was going crazy. They loved it. Seth was getting, a little bit of his comeuppance a little bit. And then Triple H picked up the crutch, got back into the ring. Seth stopped his attack for a minute. And then Triple H got the crutch and started hitting him right in that injured knee. And then I think he hit, what the hell is that called? It's like a dragon leg, whatever submission. I forgot the name of it. But it looked like a reverse figure four. And the way Triple H put his leg in that lock, his knee was like, his good leg was crossed against his bad leg. And he was like twerking it against it. Pretty much it looked like he was destroying his knee once again, all over again. All the progress he was making looked like he was destroying it. So that was pretty cool. Put some heat on Triple H. Built some sympathy for Seth. If you guys watched my video earlier, I kind of booked something like this, but not exactly the same way. So, they got heat on Triple H. They got Seth Rollins to pretty much establish that he's going to be at WrestleMania. They're going to have the match. And he got a nice little pop, and then they built some sympathy for him. So that was cool. It was a great way to end Monday Night Raw. And Triple H, looking like the cerebral assassin, destroyed Seth's knee once again. And then he hit it one more time with the crutch just for added effect. Just for the hell of it. Just to add insult to injury, literally. And that was the way Raw went off. So those are the only three things I really wanted to talk about. Those are pretty good segments in my mind, and a bunch of matches that just ended in DQ, and just a bunch of frustration really watching Monday Night Raw. And oh my gosh, I don't even want to talk about what else happened between Tight Draws O'Neil and just New Day's talk show and Big Show. Just I don't want to talk about it. Thank you guys for watching, man. Let me know what you guys thought about these three segments down in the comment section. Did you guys enjoy Raw? If you guys did, let me know. If you guys didn't, also let me know, because I know I damn sure didn't enjoy Raw. So definitely let me know down in the comment section. Slap a like on the video if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you guys are new. I want to thank you guys. Recently gained a good amount of subscribers lately, so I want to thank you guys. Welcome all the new people to the channel. My name is Gene, in case I haven't introduced myself properly. And yeah, I'll be coming out with more topic videos, and I believe I'm doing another WrestleMania video with my 4 horsemen here in the next couple of days. So I'll keep you guys updated with that and let you guys know via Twitter what we're doing. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later on. Peace.